Hello and welcome to this on-demand learning module, Connect Meeting Overview. Please press the Start button to begin. In this lesson, you will learn how we collaborate online in a Connect meeting room. You will learn about basic concepts such as how a Connect meeting mimics in-person events. We'll then cover roles and permissions in pods and layouts. We'll end with a conversation about the meeting room being persistent or always open and the value that can bring to your collaboration. Here we see an example of a Connect meeting room. This room allows people from around the world to collaborate online in a live setting. So although we're not all in the same physical location, we can still see the speakers, watch their slide presentations, track meeting notes, ask questions, see who else is online with us, and much, much more. Let's step back for a second and observe a typical face-to-face meeting. Here we've identified the key elements of a meeting or conference. We see people sharing documents, speakers presenting, people using a whiteboard, people chatting, possibly some people listening over the phone, and others taking notes. To properly move this experience online, we need to move each of these elements into our online meeting room. So let's do just that. Here we see the transformation of each key element into an online format where anyone on the web can join us online and interact or collaborate. Note that in our Connect meetings, attendees have defined roles. You are either a host, a presenter, or a participant. Each role has associated permissions and capabilities. The host is the one in charge. This person is able to show, move, or hide content in the virtual space. The host can also manage users. The presenter is typically the one putting on the show. The presenter is able to share their audio and advance slides in a presentation, but cannot open, move, or close content. The participant is the one attending. This person will listen, respond to polls, download files, and chat. We define each of these boxes of content as pods. Together, they make up a layout. This layout therefore has 5 pods: Video Pod, Share Pod, Note Pod, Chat Pod, and an Attendee Pod. Let's discover some of the features of our meeting room. This slide has been set up for you to interact with the content. Roll over any of the light bulbs to learn more about a particular pod. When you are ready to go to the next slide, please press the Continue button. Now that we understand how many people can interact online at the same time, let's discuss how we can interact over a period of time. In the physical world, we typically say, let's meet from 10 to 11. This concept of a meeting implies that a group is getting together for a predefined set of time, an hour. There is a start time and an end time. A Connect meeting room expands the concept of a meeting or event by adding a before and an after phase. Here we consider the full life of a conversation and get a better understanding of the capability we have over time. Once a meeting room is created, we can revisit it often, sometimes with other people or sometimes by ourselves. Each time we enter the room, we will find it just as it was left. If we leave a PowerPoint presentation on page 3 in the Share Pod, then it will be there when we return, still on page 3. Let's walk through the life cycle of a meeting room. After a host creates the meeting room, he or she can add layouts, pods, and content. During the live meeting, hosts and presenters interact with the guests who have been invited. Note that guests come in with the role of a participant. After the meeting, the host can return to the online room to post additional content, respond to unanswered questions in the Q&A pod, and post a link to the recorded session. Finally, participants can be allowed to return to the online room to reconnect with the information. In this way, a conversation is continuous and seamlessly supported across both live and on-demand formats. We call this blended collaboration. Blended collaboration over time allows a Connect meeting room to become a knowledge asset or information stockpile. A library of on-demand training modules have been created to jumpstart your learning. They've been broken down into two groups, Essentials and Advanced. We suggest that you watch a few of the Essentials first, then jump into your Connect meeting rooms and experiment. As you need more information, return to the on-demand learning library to continue your learning. This concludes the overview of the Connect meeting. Thanks for watching.